Now we have our third and final video for section 1 here. So in this case, we are given these lines. We have WK cut by a transversal T. So if we were given in the picture above that angle 4 is 98, so we can pull that aside. We know for sure that that's 98. Well, one thing that we know for sure is that vertical angles are going to be congruent. So if that is for sure, then we know that 2 has to also be 98. Okay, another thing we know is that linear pairs are going to be supplementary. So the only linear pairs we have here would be 1 has to be 82, 98 and 82 has to equal 180. Same thing. Angle 3 also has to be 82. Okay, so just by knowing one angle, angle 4, we figured out 3 others, 1, 2, and 3. Since we know that angle K and W are parallel, and they're cut by that transversal T, we know some other things. We know first that alternate interior angles are equal. So this one, angle 3, this 82, its alternate interior angle would be 5 over here. They have to be equal. So this has to be 82. Same thing, if we have this one, angle 4, which is 98, its alternate interior angle is going to be 6 right here. So this also has to be 98. We also know that alternate exterior angles are equal. So if we had this piece, angle 1, which is 82, its alternate exterior angle would be 7. So we know that 1 and 7 are the same. So we would have to say 7 is also 82. Same thing, angle 2 is 98. So then alternate exterior angles, one's on the outsides and on opposite sides of our transversal. This one, angle 8, would also have to be 98. So we can kind of see then, just by knowing one angle, we can figure out all other 7. Now let's check and make sure our other implications hold true. We know that corresponding angles have to be equal. So if we draw our box here and here, and we want to look at our top left, yep, indeed, those ones are going to be equal. Top right, 98, is also 98. Bottom right, 82 and 82. Bottom left, 98, 98. So yes, that is also true that our corresponding angles have to be congruent, or have to be equal to each other. Last piece that we know for sure is that our same side interior angles have to be supplementary. So which ones are our same side interior angles? We have this one, 82, and 98. Those two have to be supplementary. And yes, indeed, 98 plus 82, that is going to be 180. So those ones are supplementary. The only other same side interior angles would be this one, 98 and 82. Again, 98 and 82 add up to 180. So indeed, our same side interior angles are supplementary. So we found out just by knowing this first one, angle 4, we were able to figure out all 7 other ones. So for this example, looks the exact same. We have lines K and W, which are parallel, cut by a transversal T. In this situation, though, we know that angle 2 is going to be 4x plus 7. And we know that angle 8 is going to be 5x minus 13. Okay, so we know angle 2. We know angle 8. Now, what else do we know about angle 2 and angle 8? Well, these are both outside of our parallel line, so they're exterior angles, and they're on opposite sides of our transversal. 2 is on the right, 8 is on the left, so these are alternate exterior angles. Since we know we have alternate exterior angles, the fact that K and W are parallel implies that alternate exterior angles are equal. thus we can say that angle 2 right here equals angle 8. They have to be the same thing. So using substitution, we can plug in 4x plus 7 wherever we see a 2. We can plug in 5x minus 13 wherever we see angle 8. So we can change it to 4x plus 7 equals 5x minus 13. Now that we have a algebraic equation like this, to solve for x, all we have to do is just solve algebraically our equation. So on both sides, we can subtract 4x to get all of our x's on one side, and we can add 13 to get all of our constants to the other side. So subtract 4x, add 13 on both sides. What that leaves us with is that 20 equals 1x, which is the same as saying x equals 20. So we found our x value. Next example. Given the picture above, again, if angle 4 is 58, oops, sorry, that's a little off. If angle 4 is going to be 58, and angle 5 is 3y minus 2. Well, let's look at 4 and 5. What do we know about these ones? These are same side interior angles. These are both inside our parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. So we know that these have to be supplementary. Angle 4 and angle 5 added together have to be 180. So if we know that parallel lines implied same side implies same side interior angles are supplementary, we know that angle 4 plus angle 5 is 180. Everywhere that we see angle 4, we can plug in 58, so right here. Everywhere we see angle 5, we can plug in 3y minus 2. So we just substitute in our pieces. 58 plus 3y minus 2 equals our 180. They have to be supplementary. Again, we simply just have a algebraic equation, so we just solve for y like we've done before. We can simplify both sides. And now we say that if we have our 58 and negative 2, that would become 56. And still we just have our 3y stay here. So 3y plus 56 equals 180. Subtract 56 from both sides. So we have our variables on one side, our 3y on one side, and our constants, 124, on the other side. Now we need to get y alone, so we divide both sides by 3. And we get that y equals 41 1/3. So we've solved for y. All right, this one is our last example. If we know for sure that angle A, or sorry, line A is parallel to line B, we need to find exactly what our values of V and W are going to be. Now if we look first at V, in this case, V corresponds with 37 here. They're both the bottom right value at their intersection. So again, if I draw that box, here's one and here's one, they're both bottom right. So we know for sure then that V has to equal 37. We've already figured that one out. So if V equals 37, what can we say about W then? Well, V and W lie on this same line, so they are a linear pair. So we know that V plus W plus 10 have to equal 180. Again, they're a linear pair, so they are supplementary. Now, if V is 37, we can just plug 37 in wherever we see V. So now we have 37 plus W plus 10 equals 180. Simplifying our left side, the 10 and the 37 become 47. So we have W plus 47 equals 180. We can subtract 47 from both sides. That's our substitution property. We can substitute this, subtraction property. We can subtract the same amount from both sides. So we'd have W equals 133. So we've solved for W and we've solved for V. This concludes our Section 1 videos.